If you've never used a value proposition canvas, chances are your value proposition still isn't fully optimized. In the next few minutes, I'll break down the value proposition canvas, what it is, how it works, and how to use it to match your value proposition to what customers actually want. Because here's the uncomfortable fact. Most value propositions are weak, not because the product is bad, not because the marketer isn't smart, but because the thinking behind them isn't structured enough. And when there's no structure, decisions drift, messaging changes, positioning gets fuzzy, value propositions dilute. That's why frameworks matter. After more than 20 years in marketing, working with hundreds of clients and businesses, I've learned marketing decisions that work best are almost always built on clear structure. And the value proposition canvas is one of the most useful frameworks for doing exactly that. But it's also incomplete. So make sure you stay until the end, because I'll show you where the canvas falls short and how deepening it can dramatically strengthen your marketing. Let's get into it. The value proposition canvas was created by Alexander Osterwalder. I hope I'm not butchering the name. He's the author of Business Model Generation. Its purpose is simple: to create fit between your product and your market. The canvas has two sides, the customer profile and the value proposition. The goal is alignment. The fit happens when your product meaningfully addresses what customers care about most, not what you think is impressive, what the customer actually values. This is where the framework shines. It forces you to think outside in. And that outside-in thinking is where most VAVE offers begin to sharpen. So let's get into it. Let's start with the customer profile. This side has three components: customer jobs, pains, and gains. First, customer jobs. Customer jobs are the tasks your customer is trying to complete. These can be functional jobs, like practical tasks, social jobs, how they want to be perceived, emotional jobs, how they want to feel. For example, a marketing manager's functional job might be completing campaigns. Their social job might be being respected as a strategic thinker. Their emotional job might be feeling confident in executive meetings. Jobs define what customers are trying to achieve. Now let's move to pains. Pains are current negative experiences, risks, or frustrations that occur while trying to complete these jobs. For example, confusion, time pressure, fear of failure, financial risk, work getting reopened, internal politics. Pains are not just inconveniences. They are emotional friction, and often the strongest buying decisions are driven by pain reliefs, because pain creates urgency. Then we have gains. Gains are the positive outcomes customers want. These can be required gains, must-have results, expected gains, basic satisfaction, desired gains, outcomes they hope for, unexpected gains, delightful extras. For example, faster execution, recognition, peace of mind, increased revenue, feeling confident. When you complete this site properly, you define what truly matters to your audience. And most businesses stop here. But that's only half the equation. Now we move to products and services. Pain relievers, gain creators. First, products and services. This is what you actually offer: physical products, services, digital tools, coaching, systems, software. Second, pain relievers. These describe how your product reduces specific pains. For example, if a pain is uncertainty in meetings, a pain reliever might be a structured decision framework. Notice the specificity. Not that we help you feel better, but we eliminate uncertainty by giving you structured thinking tools. That's clarity. And clarity increases perceived value instantly. Third, gain creators. These describe how your product creates positive outcomes. If a gain is feeling confident, a gain creator might be clear argument building templates. Pain relievers reduce negative experience. Gain creators increase positive experience. When these directly match the most important jobs, pains, and gains, that's product market fit. And without that match, no amount of persuasion will compensate. One of the most overlooked but critical parts of the canvas is ranking. Not all pains are equal. Not all gains are equal. Some are essential, some are nice to have. If you relieve a minor irritation but ignore a major frustration, you don't have a fit. You have a misalignment. You must test assumptions. Talk to real customers. Observe real behavior. Fit is not theoretical, it's earned. And earning it requires prioritization, not guesswork. Now let's talk about strengths. The canvas forces structured thinking. It prevents vague marketing language. It encourages customer-centered design, clarity around pains and gains, alignment between product and audience. In my experience, structure reduces internal chaos. When positioning is built on structured frameworks, teams argue less because the thinking is visible. The assumptions are explicit. The priorities are ranked. The canvas is an excellent diagnostic tool, but it has a limitation. And this is where most businesses miss the opportunity. The canvas focuses heavily on pain relief, gain creation, but it does not explicitly structure depth of value. It does not distinguish between surface-level features, problem-level resolution, identity-level transformation. And this is where most businesses underperform. They operate at the feature level, and features are easy to copy. If you only communicate features and basic benefits, your value feels generic. To strengthen the canvas, we need to deepen it, because depth is what creates durable positioning. So here's my extension. Any product can be communicated at 6 levels. Features, what it includes. Benefits, what you get out of it. Problem solved, what pain disappears. Enemy, what systematic frustration it fights. Life improvement, what becomes easier. Identity transformation, who the audience gets to be. The canvas helps you identify pains and gains. The latter deepens how you express value. For example, feature, structured templates. Benefit, faster campaign building. Problem solved, no more scattered thinking. The enemy, opinion-driven marketing chaos. Life improvement, work stops getting reopened. Identity, you become a confident strategic authority. Notice the emotional progression. The deeper you go, the stronger the persuasive power. At identity level, you are no longer selling a tool. You are reinforcing who someone wants to become. That's powerful. And this is where positioning becomes durable. Now let's compress this into something usable. A value proposition can operate at 3 depths. Each follows a simple 2-part structure. We offer you this so that you get this. Level 1, technical level. We offer structured templates so that you build campaigns faster. This is functional, clear, useful, but shallow. Level 2, problem level. We eliminate opinion-driven decisions so that your work stops getting reopened. Now we are in lived experience. This resonates more deeply. Level 3, audience transformation level. We fight chaotic marketing so that you become a confident strategic authority. Now we are at identity. This level is emotionally powerful and strategically differentiating. And here's the key. Most competitors stay at level 1. Very few move to level 3. That's where positioning becomes durable. And that's where the canvas becomes a strategic weapon instead of a worksheet. Let's bring this all together. The value proposition canvas helps you identify jobs, pains, and gains. The extended value structure helps you express value at increasing psychological depth. The strongest value propositions address essential pains, create meaningful gains, connect to identity, align with positioning, differentiate clearly from alternatives. Fit is necessary, but fit alone is not enough. Depth matters. If you operate only at feature level, value feels generic. If you connect to problem and identity level, value becomes compelling. And this is where structure becomes a strategic advantage. Structure creates clarity. Clarity improves your persuasion strength. Persuasion improves your positioning strength. Positioning over time builds brand equity. Make sure to check the description and the pinned comment below for more helpful resources on this topic. And if you like this video, you will also appreciate this one. It covers the science of persuasion extensively. Thanks for watching.